sigil will help you focus your magic. Prevent it from killing you. I found a child whose new powers could make them a threat to the kingdom I protect. The choice was to either kill you or turn you into a weapon against Rasharn.
Yo guys, what is up? Max in our video, and today we're talking about Immortals of Aveum. Now, this is a game I've been excited about for quite a while, but today we finally got its official reveal trailer and a big information dump along with it. Before we talk about the game, I want to quickly talk to you guys about the devs of this game because it's part of the reason that I am so excited for it. So before we talk about the actual game, I just want to quickly talk about the devs. So the devs for this game are Ascendant Studios, and Ascendant Studios was founded by Brett Robbins. Now, Brett Robbins formerly was the lead designer on the Lord of the Rings game, 007 James Bond, and the lead designer of the original Dead Space game and the Dead Space IP. So that's where he's coming from. And then after he left Dead Space, he went and did the Call of Duty campaigns for a bunch of Call of Duty games. And he says that the idea for this game came when he was making a Call of Duty campaign and was wondering, what if instead of attack helicopters flying around the streets, they were dragons? And what if the soldiers on the rooftop shooting down were mages firing fireballs? And he was like, I want to play that game. What is that game? And so he decided to make that game. So if you're kind of trying to like conceptualize what this game is, think Call of Duty, but with dragons and mages and spells. And that's kind of where this game is coming from. In addition to this like Call of Duty Dead Space background, I know that this studio absorbed old Telltale games. Telltale made a bunch of really awesome story-driven games. That studio kind of got dissolved, and Ascendant Studios hired a bunch of the employees from Telltale. So I'm excited for the story of this game. And I know personally that they also got some people from 2K and Gearbox that went over and worked on this game. So now let's talk about the actual game. And all of the information that I'm using for this video is one from their website or two from their community content manager, who did a little like Q&A after their stream so people could ask questions about the game. So I've got some information from that as well. So to start us off, this is a single player story-driven game. It is not multiplayer and it is not an MMO. This is a single player experience. There are no guns in this game. This is a magic FPS, aka what you're shooting is spells. You're all about casting spells. Now, when it comes to magic, there's three different kinds of magic. The first kind of magic is red magic. Red magic embodies entropy and violence. Its spells can create, rend, and harness energy in extreme ways, manipulating it to unleash a destructive beam or disrupting it to disorient enemies. Blue magic embodies force and the physical manipulation of matter. Fire precise bolts, spontaneously form shields and defensive walls, or manipulate gravity. Blue magic also powers a magnet's ability to grapple, push, or pull objects. And lastly, there's green magic. Green magic embodies growth, death, and transition. Spells manipulate enemies and objects by altering them or their surroundings, bind objects in place, misdirect with illusions, or rend an enemy's ability to cast or heal. There's going to be 25 total spells that you can use and 80 different talents to customize your character and like pick your playstyle. On top of being able to choose your spells and talents, you'll have gear that you can upgrade and craft new pieces of magical gear to create a unique playstyle for your character. You also have what sounds like some utility magic. You're able to conjure shields, hover across the battlefield, manipulate the environment around you, and you get an ultimate spell if things ever get too crazy. In addition to all of this, you're able to combo your spells together. It looked like during the gameplay that sometimes the player was using their right hand, sometimes they were using their left, and sometimes their hands were coming together. And it sounds like maybe if you equip certain spells to your right and left hand, when you use them at the same time, you can create unique combos using those spells. So all of this has me really excited about the spell system. In terms of the world and story of this game, it reminds me a little bit of Avatar: The Last Airbender, but with magic. You're going to be playing as Jack, who's the main protagonist, and I got a little excerpt here that says, having grown up powerless and destitute on the streets of Saren, Jack is what's known as an unforeseen, someone who unexpectedly manifests magical abilities later in life. Despite the ire and distrust from the Magi with noble lineages, Jack is recruited into the Immortals by Lucium's Grand Magnus Kirkin. With his newfound potential, Jack is reluctantly thrust into mankind's endless war for the control of magic. Though hot-tempered and hell-bent on proving himself, Jack must face a path of great adventure and responsibility. Jack is a Treyarch Magnus, an extremely rare spellcaster capable of wielding all three colors of magic. So what makes you unique and kind of special in this game is that all the other characters and your companions are just specialized and can only use one type of magic. However, you are able to use all three, and that's what makes you different. The game is available to pre-order. It comes out July 20th to next-gen consoles and PC. And here are their pre-order bonuses for the deluxe edition. You get a Wraith Sigil and a bunch of rings. And then if you just pre-order it, you get a sigil that boosts your damage of strike and shatter spells. Gonna be honest, I'm not a huge fan of pre-order bonuses that increase your damage or provide you with an advantage. It's a little bit different because it's a single-player only game. But I personally just prefer my pre-order bonuses, just strictly cosmetic. But yeah, that is going to do it for the video, guys. If you want to learn more about the game or the studio making it, I'll leave links in the description to both of their websites. Thanks to EA for providing me with the gameplay for this video. Appreciate that, as always. And overall, I think this game's looking promising. Obviously, like, you kind of got to wait till we see, like, actual hard gameplay of what this game plays like. But given the actual team behind it and this, like, initial impressions from this trailer, it's looking to be pretty cool. It's tough to get, like, super excited for upcoming games with all of the shenanigans that happens with upcoming games nowadays. But the graphics look cool. The premise is pretty unique. And the idea of being able to customize and create your own spellcaster with all these different kinds of spells, the combat looks pretty fast-paced, and the actual progression of 80 different talents and stuff, it all sounds promising. It sounds right up my alley, and I'm looking forward to this one. It is coming out July 20th for all platforms, so coming out relatively soon. I'm assuming that we're going to be seeing the marketing for this game stepping up. But yeah, July 20th. Looks pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Peace.